Hey Flosstube, this is Veronica with Night Stitch, and I have a Stitchy update for you today. It's April 10th, 2025, Thursday. I'm back from my retreat, and I am going to show you what I stitched on last week as well as what I stitched on at the retreat. So this is probably going to be pretty long because I have double the amount of whips to show you. This first one is a new start. This is by Dimensions. It's called Farm Fresh. And it reminds me of that Christmas truck that I stitched in one of my previous videos. So I started this on April 9th, 2025. It's 84 high by 84 wide. So I estimated it has 7,056 stitches. And this is what I have done. I put in 100 stitches and it's at 1.42% and it has 6,956 stitches left. My first goal that I set was to finish the window in the top left part of the truck, which I did. So I'm going to set another goal the next time I work on this. And this is a frame by Wonderland Crafts on Etsy. I got it from a distributor also on Etsy called Ori A. Bell, and she is in New York, and she has an Etsy shop, and she sells a bunch of different things. Some things she makes herself, other things she has other places have stuff on her site. So that one is, I think it's originally from Ukraine, and so she has it, Ori A. Bell has it on her shop in New York, so I can buy it from an American store, so I don't have to like deal with international stuff. But the frame is magnetic, so it just snaps together. I showed it in one of my earlier videos, and I was having a hard time taking the frame apart, but once you have something between the two pieces, it's easy to get apart. But I like it because it doesn't, like the hoops have the lips, which are good, but I don't like them for Ada because the Ada gets put into the hoop with the lip and then it causes that like really, really deep hoop line because Ada's so thick. So I try not to use a hoop on Ada because it takes so long to iron out. So that frame is really good because it leaves it flat, and then I can I don't have to do the ironing thing like for 500 years. So this is Rosie the Riveter by Mystic Stitch. This was my temperature piece for this. I had 2 weeks of temperature stuff. This one was the second week. So this was the week when I was on the retreat. So I worked on it for, I got temperatures for 3 days for it, so it has 200 stitches in it now than it had before. 200 stitches in it more now than it did before because of the temperature. So the pattern is 266 high by 200 wide. This fabric is called Sea Flame. It's 36 count Edinburgh from Fiberlicious. And my goal is still to get to the top left corner, which I'm still working towards. There are 53,200 stitches total in the pattern. The last time I showed you, it had 1,794 stitches in it. Now it has 1,994 stitches after I put in 200 extra. I got it to 3.75%, and it has 51,206 stitches left. I worked in up where that didn't work well. Where the C is here, this is gonna be a letter C. And then I filled in a little more down by her fist. Down in here. This is my skyline temperature chart, which is the one where you stitch a different icon every day until the year is over. I don't remember when I showed you last how much I had on there, but I've since done up through March 7th. Okay, so I didn't work on it, so I don't have statistics for it. But I don't remember in the video what I showed you. I feel like you might have seen this. Where it is now, you might have seen it already, but that's fine. I'm gonna show it anyway because I don't remember. So this is done on Molten Magic by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And it's not gonna say statistics since I didn't work on it, but I will show you. I think last time I forgot to tell you that I added lightning for when it rained one day and then snowflakes for when it snowed. And the color scheme is still the same. It's probably gonna change in April and maybe towards the end of May. Or not May, March. Because I still have yet to add in the March warmer temperatures. I did also have this when I wrote down the temperatures for April. Those are the days I was at the retreat. And I wrote the highs down because I did the temperatures beforehand because I wasn't going to be in Iowa. So these are the Iowa temperatures that I wrote down before I left because the retreat was in Wisconsin. This is my Arctic Animals Club Stitch Along by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I'm doing it on Ashes to Ashes by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And this pattern is 166 high by 126 wide. And it's backwards. That's the front. It has 20,916 stitches total. The last time I showed you was March 14th, and it had 13,691 stitches done. It was at 65.46%, and it had 7,225 stitches left. Now I put in 64 more stitches. I added the letter I and the letter C in Arctic. It's got 13,755 stitches done. It's at 65.76% done, and it has 7,161 stitches left. And I found out the date that I have, the last day I can show a photo and be entered for the gift card is April 29th. So that will be my goal, to finish this before April 29th. This is a new start. This is In the Moment. This is by Dimensions. And the artist is Daphne Brissonette. This chart is $224 high by 112 wide. I'm doing it on Daydream by Fiberlicious. It's 32, or no, this one is 28 count Lugana. And I'm doing this with the kit instructions. So there was a part in it where it was 4 strands, and this fabric is working well for that, so I don't have any more of those problems I had before. So this is what I got done. I started in the middle like I did last time, but instead of working on that N, I went up. So I got to work on a different part. So this is actually right here. I did some of the like little, it's like little half stitches down here, and then the like bottom part of this like plate thing is what this is. So I started it on April 4th. I worked on it for 2 days. I put in 232 stitches. It's at 0.92%. It has 25,088 stitches total, so it has 24,856 stitches left. And I finally am enjoying working on this, so I'm very glad that I restarted this so many times so that I could finally get to a restart that I love. So I worked on my Savior's Words by Imaginating. This is designed by Connie Abel. I'm doing this on Memories in the Rain by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. This pattern is 138 high by 179 wide. It has 24,702 stitches left, or total. I put in the phrase next to the sheep, so they give all your worries to me. That I did that one, and I put in 283 stitches. So now it has 5,580 stitches done. It's at 22.59%, and it's got 19,122 stitches left. And I think I have everything at the top finished. There's a blank space where the French knots go for the dots, right up in here, but I'm going to use beads, so I'm going to do that last. So that's why there's a blank space there, but otherwise I think I'm done with the... No, I think there's something missing right here. Right in here, yeah. I think this I Am With You Always still has to go in, but otherwise I think I'm nearly done with the top half. That's exciting. It's especially more exciting for me because I don't finish things, so. Then I worked on Squeeze the Day by Everything Cross Stitch. Oh, and it's on 14 count white Verona. It's a dishcloth. And I'm changing the lemon slices. I have one lemon slice, the other one is going to be a lime, and the third one is going to be an orange, but I haven't started that one yet. This is 42 high by 120 wide. It has 5,040 stitches total. I put in 128 stitches. It has 1,271 stitches left, or done. It's at 25.22% and it has 3,769 stitches left. I added more of the lime here, and then I put some white in here. This is Wine and Dessert by Soda Stitch, and I'm doing it just like this. I'm using Jadeite by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. This is 103 high by 204 wide. It has 21,012 stitches total. I put in 177 more stitches than I had last time. So now it has 1,649 stitches more than it did before. It's got 7.85% more on it than it had before, and it has 19,363 stitches left. I worked on the cake slice, filling that in more. This is what I did. This is Portrait of Veronica. This is Mirabilia. I'm using Monster Mash by Picture This Plus. It's 32 count Lugana. This pattern is 254 high by 203 wide. It's 51,562 stitches total. I put in 162 stitches. That's 2,610 stitches done. It's at 5.06%. And it has 48,952 stitches left. I worked more on the dress up here, filling that in. This one is Cozy Cafe. This is by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I'm using April Showers. It's 28 count Opal Lugana. This is 130 high by 168 wide. It has 21,840 stitches total. I had set a goal on this to put 1,000 stitches in. I'm still 39 stitches away from that. I put in 268 stitches. So now it has 961 stitches done. It's at 4.40% and it has 20,879 stitches left. And I worked mostly in the pop can. It's sparkling water, but it's in an aluminum can. This one is Dragon. This is by Author Embroid Design on Etsy. I'm doing it on A Dance of Autumn by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. This is 172 high by 130 wide. It has 13,840 stitches total. I put in 47 stitches. It's got 1,664 stitches done. It's at 12.02%. And it has 12,176 stitches left. And I just extended the black up this way. So this line here. This is Post Snap. This is by Spruce Craft Co. I'm doing it on Singing in the Rain by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And I added more of the sun. This is 70 high by 70 wide. It has 4,900 stitches total. I put in 39 stitches. It has 301 stitches in it. It's at 6.14% and it's got 4,599 stitches left. And I'm not sure what is squeaking. I don't think it's my chair, but this is Fall Sweet Fall by the Calico Confectionery, and I'm doing it on Elpis. It's 32 count Lugana. And the bag I have it in is very crinkly, so I didn't say the pattern name while I was opening the bag. So this is what I have. This is 75 high by 86 wide. It has 6,450 stitches in it. Total, not in it. I put in 142 stitches. It has 706 stitches done. It's at 10.95% and it has 5,744 stitches left. And my goal was to put 1,000 stitches in, which I only have 706 done, so means I have 294 stitches left to get it to 1,000. This was Paris. This was my temperature chart from last week. So on April 1st, April 1st was a Tuesday, and I was able to work on this one last time for the temperature for last week. So this is Paris by Riolis. It's a kit. I'm using the 14 count Ada that it came with because the background border is printed on there and I liked it, so I wanted to use it. So last time when I did this was my first time starting this temperature game that I was inspired to do by Jen the Caffeinated Crafter, where I take the last digit of the temperature whenever I sit down and decide whether I want to put in 100 stitches or 50 stitches. When the temperature is an odd number, it gets 100 stitches. When the temperature is an even number, it gets 50 stitches. So for March 27th, it got 100 stitches because the temperature was 53. March 29th, it got 50 stitches because the temperature was 40. March 30th, the temperature was 25, so it got 100 stitches. March 31st, the temperature was 30, so it got 50 stitches. And then April 1st, the temperature was 29, so it got 100 stitches. So 100 plus 50 plus 100 plus 50 plus 100. So it got 400 more stitches in it ever since I started using it as a temperature piece for a temperature game. So that is awesome. So this pattern is 221 high by 165 wide. It has 36,465 stitches total. I put in 100 stitches in April. So now it has 3,993 stitches done. It's at 10.95% and it has 32,472 stitches left. This is Courage. This is what I designed, and I have it for sale on my Etsy shop. I'm doing it on Cafe Misto by Fiberlicious. It's 28 count Opal Lugana. This is 47 high by 120 wide. I think I got to the bottom of the pattern. Lost my place. It has 4,888 stitches total. I put in 136 stitches. So now it has 1,832 stitches done. It's at 37.48% and it has 3,056 stitches left. And I put in the A and the R and I started the bottom of the E and scared. This is Laundry Day by Spruce Craft Co. and I'm doing it on French Roast by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And I added some of the clothes. In the laundry basket. Oh well. It's 70 high by 70 wide. It has 271 stitches total. Really? whatever, my math is weird. It has 206 stitches done in it. I went to Hirschner's, which is a craft store in Stevens Point, Wisconsin, and I got two things. This one I got off their like discount table. It's a Design Works kit, and it says this kitchen is seasoned with love. This is like the coffee thing that I did way back in the day when I first started stitching, and I had used variegated floss on the black Ada, and so I think I want to do that again because then it looks colorful. And then I got this by Hirschner's. It's called Retro Kitchen Magnets, and I thought they were really cute. So this is going to be stitched on plastic canvas, which will be my first time stitching on plastic canvas because I've only stitched on perforated paper, even weave, linen, and Ada. So plastic canvas. On this I got from Michael's. I just got more of the project bags because I always need those. So now we're on to shaking my shaker for my whips. Actually, no, hang on. I want to show what I got for the Crafters Retreat. I got a gift at the Homemade Gift Exchange, and my gift is a titanium rotary cutter blade. So when you're, those of you that sew will know that there's a, actually I can just get mine here. This isn't the right size, but it's for this. So I just need to get one that's the right size. But when I make project bags, sometimes I'll use this. So this will come in handy. But that was the gift I got. And this Mickey Mouse bag is super cute. And then the gift I gave away was the Well Balanced Life, which I already showed you that I worked on. And I finished it over a flat canvas, and then I have the hiccups. I put a ribbon and some batting underneath the, I put batting underneath before I wrapped it, and then I put a ribbon on the side and some embellishments to kind of give it some interest. And then I forgot I was gonna do saving shopping, which I'm glad that I changed my mind on the shaking because then it remembered I had this. So I worked on Rosie, the Riveter, and Paris this time. Okay, so Rosie the Riveter got 200 stitches total in it, and Paris got 400. So I'm gonna subtract 600 from each of the totals. So the skeins, what in the world? It's doing double vision. So that's down to 5,700. Which is 57 skeins. And then the total goes down to 8,400. So that means on here that I am 8,400 stitches away from being able to get myself another Haid pattern. Okay, that was my savings shopping game that I got from Stitchy Stitches, who's on YouTube. So now we can shake for my whips. Lighthouse. Stitcher saying. Group therapy. CSI. One more. The world's postage stamp. Okay, I'm gonna clean up a little bit, get those projects, and then I'll show you, and I'll come back. This is Lighthouse by Jan Lynn. I'm doing it on Pressed Petals by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And I have this so far. This is Stitcher's Saying. This is by Doreen Jones. I'm doing it out of the World of Cross Stitching magazine, but she also has this for sale in her Etsy shop. I'm doing it on Dreaming Blossoms by Fiberlicious. It's 28 count Opal Lugana. This is CSI. This is by Clouds Factory. I'm doing it on Waiting for You by Fiberlicious. It's 28 count Opal Lugana. is group therapy. This is a dimensions kit. I'm doing it on Veil of the Night by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. I have this. This is the world's postage stamp. This is by Soda Stitch, and I'm doing it just like this. This is a piece of MCG Textiles Even Weave 28 count that I dyed myself. Okay, I realized I forgot to shake for my full coverage for the temperature whip, so I'll do that now. I was trying to save myself some time by pulling the temperature piece and the 5 whips at the same time, but I forgot, so. So the temperature for this week is going to be visit London. So I'm going to put new starts in here, and then I'll come back and we'll shake for those, and then I'll pull the projects at the same time, like this one, so I don't have to pause 2 extra times. Okay, we're shaking for my new starts now. Creativity takes courage. Success story. Cupcake house. Christmas Cupcakes by Doreen Jones. And I have that because I must have another pattern that's the same title. Stitching Nutcracker. those are all digital, so I'm gonna go get my Visit London and I'll come back. So the temperature piece for this week is gonna be Visit London. So this is by Mogeshka and it's a kit, and I am using the kit floss but not the kit fabric. I'm using Rose Taupe by Fiberlicious. It's 32 cal Lugana. This is one of my pieces I started in the top left corner because this fabric is plentiful and the pattern is only 5x7, so I decided to do it on half of this, and I started at the top left corner. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the patterns that are the new starts, the cover photos of what they're going to look like. So first we have Stitching Nutcracker by White Willow Stitching. It's a full coverage of a cute little nutcracker holding a coffee cup, and there's a Christmas scene around him, and I thought he was adorable. Christmas Cupcakes by Doreen Jones is a set of, if I can find it. It's 6 cupcakes all in a, like, I don't know, 3 on top of 3. I don't know where I was going with that, but it's it says have a very merry cakey Christmas, and then it has a Christmas border, and I thought it was adorable. So Cupcake Houses by Maya Stitch, and it's a teacup, a teapot, a teacup, and a cupcake, and then it's got like a laundry line behind it. And again, thought that was adorable. Seems to be a theme of like Christmas and cupcakes and food going on with my new starts. Success Story is going to be one of the ones that's not Christmas. It's snarky and it says, I have to be successful because I love expensive shit. This is by Spruce Craft Co. And Creativity Takes Courage is by Daily Cross Stitch. And it's one of those font patterns, so there's words, and I like stitching words, so. Those are the patterns that I can choose from if I want to start something. My plans for this week anyway are to work on my whip go so that I have that done, and then I want to plan my Stitch Mania pulls, because I have that Monopoly game I was gonna do, so I was gonna assign projects to each token like I was gonna do, but I don't want to wait too late to do that so that I can start pulling fabric and matching fabric to appropriate sizes for the patterns and all of that stuff. So I may do that either this week or next week, so that'll be a Flosstube extra, so that'll be fun. Yeah, and then I'll just work on everything that I pulled today, so then I'll show you what I did. I think that's all. Yeah, so thank you everybody for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.